When I get down, I spot Natsuki and Monika in the doorway. Hey, Moni. I smile nervously.
Morning, Hallie. Quite surprised that you didn't rush to the door to greet me. Oh, well, Loverboy over here was just busy practicing what he's gonna do with you on his body pillow. Gonna do to you on his body pillow.
What?
Oh my.
Natsuki. I turn to Monika. Just so you know, I don't own a body pillow.
Yeah, he owns 4.
Natsuki gleefully cackles at my expense. Well, why would I even... I shake my head. Look, point is I don't own one. I was just getting dressed.
You're no fun.
Natsuki pouts. However, she then looks over to Monika.
What's with the bag? Huh? Sorry, I just spaced out for a moment.
I then noticed the bag that Natsuki mentioned. That's her school bag. Yeah, why have you got your bag?
I was gonna text you, but things got a little hectic back home.
There's an undeniable hint of stress to Monika's voice. Hell, even Natsuki seemingly noticed it.
But in better news, I'm gonna be able to stay tonight.
So that was the surprise she was on about the other day.
You don't mind if I leave my bag in your room, do you, Hallie?
Of course not. Feel free to.
I'll be right back.
Monika goes upstairs. Both me and Nat just stand there for a moment until eventually Natsuki breaks the silence.
I'm just gonna go check on her.
Before I can even interject, Natsuki rushes upstairs. Feeling it would be rude and a little invasive to walk in on them, I stay downstairs. Although with Monika calling things back home hectic, it doesn't take me long to figure out what may have happened. And, of course, that only causes a whole load of other worries to form in the back of my head. Cheers, Brain! A couple of minutes pass before Natsuki comes back downstairs. She looks at me with a worried look in her eye. I look back, the worry now duplicated onto me. However, I don't really get time to ask Natsuki about it, as Monika comes down not long after her.
You ready to go?
Well, 2 dots. 3 or 1. Don't go 2. That's weird. Monika looks over to me, much cheerier than I expected her to be given Nat's expression. Yeah, of course. My own demeanor quickly. My own demeanor? What is this even supposed to mean?
Can I have a word with Hallie first? Sure you can. Do you mind if I alone, please?
Natsuki's voice, in sharp contrast to how it normally is soft and pleading. Monika seems slightly shocked, but she doesn't protest.
Of course, yeah.
Monika walks closer to me.
I'll see you outside.
Monika timidly walks out and shuts the door behind her. I turn to Natsuki. So, quite honestly, I don't know where to begin. Thankfully, Natsuki does.
Look, Hallie, I don't mean to ruin your date and all, but just keep an eye on her, okay? I know she's probably gonna say I'm fine, but something...
She pauses.
Something just feels off about her, you know?
Of course I'll make sure she's okay. But I kind of thought the same thing. Even if Monika told Natsuki anything about what happened, I highly doubt it was the full story. Hell, do I even know the full extent of what Monika's gone through? There's a part of me that strongly doubts that, and it worries me.
But hey, she'll probably cheer up when you two are out. She usually seems happy when she's around you.
While that is undoubtedly true, it is kind of concerning given everything I know about her. I nod. Okay, I guess I should probably get going.
I'll see you two later then. Oh, and whenever those two get up, I owe them know that Moni's staying over. I'll let them know, also. You two better not wake me up, though.
Her implication isn't even subtle at all. I simply smirk. Can't promise anything.
Gross!
She grumbles as I leave. As soon as I step outside, I notice Monika waiting patiently for me. A smile forming on my smile. What? A smile! Forming on my smile! I start walking over to her. Hey, sorry I took so long.
Let me guess, Natsuki being Natsuki.
I'm gonna feel terrible about lying to her, but... yeah, sort of. Just warning us not to wake her up. A deep blush overcomes me. Yeah, real smooth, Hallie.
She really said that?
A coy smile forms across Monika's lips. I nod in response. I know, it's a little embarrassing.
I mean, I can't exactly promise her that we won't.
The coy smile on her face shifts into a sultry smirk. But Monika, I try to keep myself collected, but end up tripping over my words like I've just downed an ungodly amount of booze. Monika giggles.
God, you're so adorable when you're flustered. Come on, let's go.
Monika giddily takes my hand and leads me down the street. This is looking like it's going to be an interesting day. Hours seem to speed by, as both Monica and I go around the city. Thankfully, Monica had seemed to perk up not long after we'd left my place. However, it's still a little over an hour and a half until the reservation. But with Monica by my side, that wait is made just that little bit better. The slowly setting sun shines against the myriad of buildings, casting long shadows against the streets. Deciding to give our legs a much-needed rest, we go towards a nearby bench and sit down. We just sit there for a few minutes, with Monica resting her head on my shoulder. The remaining few rays from the sun soak against our skin. Eventually, though, Monica breaks the silence between us.
How are you finding today?
Honestly, out of all the dates we've been on, I think this has been the most enjoyable. Although that might be because this is the longest date we've had.
It is, isn't it?
We share a little bit of laughter. We then sit in silence again, Monica smiling against my shoulder. The silence is a peaceful bliss as the faint wind glides against our skin. As much as I want to ask Monica about what happened this morning, another part of me just wants us to cherish the peace. Considering the stress we've both been under with the exams and Monica's home situation, surely we can be allowed to forget about the world for a night. Yeah, I like the sound of that. Monica eventually raises her head from me.
Oh. What time is it?
Bless her. I take my phone out of my pocket and my eyes widen slightly. It's 4:27 p.m. I take my arm from around Monica and get up, rushing to figure out how long the walk to the restaurant was. Is.
Hallie, what's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. I just didn't know what time it was. Thankfully, the walk there is only about 15 to 20 minutes from where we are now. Do you want to head to the restaurant now?
We're not late, are we?
No. We got some time before then. I just thought the walk would be nice. Monica smiles as I hold out my hand. With a bright, loving smile, she takes my hand, and we start the walk down to Nakata's. By the time we get to Nakata's, we were just about a minute or two late. Thankfully, that didn't seem to be an issue. We were led to our table, and not long after that, someone comes to us to take our orders. Me being me, I opt to order a pork ramen. Monica, however, takes a little moment to think over her options, eventually settling on a vegan shoyu ramen. The waiter assures us that food should be with us within the hour before heading towards the kitchen. That our food should be with us? Whatever.
You seriously have a knack for picking places to take me. The vibe here is amazing.
I take a look around us. Most of the other people in the restaurant are other couples, friend groups, and families. Normally, if there were this many people around, I'd be feeling quite anxious. However, this time I'm feeling relaxed. That might be because I'm here with Monica, but even then, it's a nice feeling. Yeah, it is pretty nice here. I don't think it's changed too much since I last came here.
If I'm gonna be honest, thinking about today was my main motivator this week.
It was?
Yup. And I may have let it distract me a few times.
The corners of my mouth form into a small smile. How many times is a few, then? Monica giggles, seemingly slightly embarrassed. There was
a few times during the exams I had. Quite a few times during class. And ever since you joined the club.
And Natsuki says I'm the one who's head over heels. As the smile on my face grows, I put my arm across the table to rest my hand over Monica's. I squeeze her hand gently, our eyes locking onto each other's. Call me crazy, but there hasn't been a moment where you've not been on my mind. Whether it's something small like a compliment you gave me, or something like our first kiss, or the day we got together, you keep me going. Sometimes it's to pick me up on a bad day. Sometimes it is to pick me up on a bad day. What? Sometimes it's because we're doing something that weekend. Oh, I'm guessing that's... Okay, I get it now. It's fine. Sometimes it's because... Not it's because, it because. Because sometimes I'm worried sick about what could possibly be happening to you. Sometimes to the point that I cry myself to sleep because I'm terrified of losing you. That's what I want to say. But at the same time, I'm concerned that if I did it, would completely turn the mood of the night on its head. I desperately want to be honest with her, but I can't bring myself to say anything. The only thing I can say is, because I can't imagine with being anyone else but you. Being with anyone else. My god. Even with me having to put my immediate worries at the back of my head, I still mean that with all my heart.
Ellie.
Monica's voice cracks as tears form in her eyes.
Do you really mean that?
I entwine my fingers with hers and smile lovingly at her. Every single word of it. I'm having a hard time keeping in my own tears. Despite how difficult things have been, I truly love her. The moment, despite seeming to last for an eternity, is later broken by the sounds of footsteps pulling us back into reality.
Order 303.
I raise my hand. As the server comes closer, Monica's face lights up.
Hey, Koto.
The girl's heart visibly skips after being called out, but she eventually smiles once she brings over our food and sees who called her name.
Oh, hey, Monica.
She then turns to me.
And you must be Hallie. It's nice to finally meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. I make a nervous smile. I don't even know her name.
This is Kotonoha. She on the student council with me and Koho. She's on the student council.
Monica then reverts her attention to Kotonoha.
Since when did you start working here? Since last month. I mean, with school ending soon, I gotta get myself busy before uni.
Which uni are you going to?
Hokkaido, easily. I did consider applying for a cookery school. But just in case that didn't work out, I want to make sure I have the other options. How about you, Bear?
I'm going to HU as well.
Well, I still haven't decided yet. But I'm definitely considering Hokkaido as well. If you do, you and Hallie can get some accommodation together.
After hearing that, I look at Monica and we both smirk. Living with Monica, eh? I love the sound of that.
Anyways, I gotta get to work. I'll see you at school tomorrow.
As Kotonoha leaves, Monica and I start to eat our food. Almost instantly, I'm reminded why I loved this place. The food here still tastes great. After eating for a while, I eventually take a break to catch my breath. I look up at Monica, who seems to be enjoying herself. How's the food, hun? Monica swallows her current mouthful before speaking.
It's delicious. Probably the best ramen I've had in a long time.
I'm glad to hear that. Monica then opens her eyes and fixates her gaze onto me. Once again, I let myself be held captive by her piercing emerald orbs, letting the world around us dissolve. It's the same look we shared before Kotonoha came over. Just that loving, longing, hopeful look. Longing to stay as we are, and hopeful that we'll never be alone again. We don't speak any words. In a way, our eyes say everything we want to. I already know it's going to be a bumpy road ahead. But as I already told myself a couple of months back, it's a risk I'm more than willing to take. Eventually, though, our intense stare breaks and we go back to eating. Soon enough, we're finished with our meals and start to leave hand in hand. We didn't get back to mine until just past 8. By the time we got back, my mom and Mamoru were just about to go to bed. Natsuki, however, stayed up for a little bit longer after they'd gone up to bed. Regardless, I just ended up taking Monica up to my room. After spending the most part of a day out together, the pair of us just wanted to rest. We ended up laying on my bed, wrapped in each other's arms. But neither of us are tired. Whether it's excitement, simply not wanting this night to end, or something else entirely, I don't know. Whatever it is, I would love to do this all again.
Hey, Hallie, what time is it?
Using my free arm, I grab my phone and turn it to my face before turning on the screen. Thankfully, I remembered to turn my brightness down. About 10 to 10. I look back to Monica. You want to head to bed?
Not yet. But there's something else I want to do.
Monica ends her sentence by looking me dead in the eye with a lustful smile. It doesn't take me too long to figure out what she wants. I might be occasionally dense, but I'm not a complete idiot. My face flushes red. Before I can get a word out, Monica runs a finger down my chest, all the way to my waistline, causing my blood to frantically rush between my face and groin.
It's been something that I've been wanting to do for a while.
Monica wriggles from my grasp and climbs on top of me. My heart begins to pound harder than ever before. As Monica's hands grip the sides of my t-shirt, my hands find their way onto her thighs. Are you sure you want to do this?
I'm sure. But I don't want to force you into doing it if you're not ready.
Monica, I am ready. I can't remember if I bought any condoms. I partially mutter that to myself. To be completely honest, I didn't think we would make it this far.
I didn't even think of that.
I then move my left arm and rest my hand on Monica's cheek. We could always cuddle instead if you'd prefer that. She lets out a flustered giggle.
I mean, maybe we don't have to use protection? Like, I'm only fertile a few times every year.
My eyes widen and all the blood in my body rushes down south. I focus on her eyes, giving her a look seeming to ask if she's sure. And as if she can read my mind, she gives me a reassuring nod. Monica. I chuckle as I return my hand to her thigh. You're bloody crazy sometimes, you know that?